Today I want to show the easiest option to connect QuickBooks Online to a SQL Server database. Of course, you have multiple options. You have the QuickBooks Online connector inside of Azure Data Factory that you can use to pull the data. You can also program your own integration with QuickBooks Online using Python and leveraging QuickBooks Online API. But those methods are not ideal because they take a lot of work. The QuickBooks Online connector in Azure Data Factory also has a few limitations. First of all, I believe it can only connect to one QuickBooks Online account at a time. Secondly, the data format that comes out of it is a little bit inconvenient. You have 100 plus tables, no information on how to build relationships between them, and this just makes things very difficult. So today I want to show an easier option, which is leveraging a third-party software called VideoCorp. So it's rather their VideoCorp connector platform. So I will be walking you through how to set it up step by step. And yes, let's get straight into it. So I have my temporary mailbox here, and basically the first thing that I need to do is to register an account. So I will click sign up. Third, I can log in. I will copy my email address. And log into the platform. So here we have QuickBooks Online, and this is the connector I'll be using. You don't need to start the subscription, you can just navigate away from this. You get a 14 days free trial, and at the end of this trial, your data extraction will just stop, but you can still test it for 14 days. The easiest thing to do is just to click here, use Video Database, and click on Install. But if you want to use your own database, you need to configure it. So now I will show how to configure the database. If you're not interested in this, if you're looking for an easy option, just skip this portion of the video. But if you want to see what configurations of the database you need, then you can stay with me. Now we're going to go to Microsoft Azure, and I'm going to click Create a Resource, and I will look for a SQL database. Now I'm going to select a SQL database, Create. So bear in mind that you need to have admin permissions to do this, admin permissions to the directory. You also will need to have a subscription added, either a free trial subscription or, basically add your card. So we're going to create a resource group. I will call it something like this, and click OK. Now I can name a database whatever. I can name it data. That would be fine. Now I'm going to create a new server, and this is where most of our configuration would happen. So I will enter the server name. Let me do something like video test, and of course, follow those instructions here, because Microsoft will tell you if you're using inappropriate names. So we need to use SQL authentication. So this is a prerequisite because we will need to input login and password here. So of course you can use both. This is also fine, but either way, please make sure that you can use SQL authentication. So now we need login, so I will call myself admin Vidi. Yeah, this is okay. I will need to make a note of those. details. So I will create a new notepad document, something like this, and I will input my email. Okay, so this password works. Okay, and I will make a note of my password. I used a really simple one because it's a demo, of course. I would always encourage everyone who's watching to create a more secure password. So now we've created this. I will click OK. We need to configure a database because we want to create, like, the default database is just too expensive. It's too powerful for what we need. You will need the standard database, and 10 DTUs is okay for most tasks, for most scenarios. You will only need a more powerful database when you're pulling data from a lot of QuickBooks Online accounts. So I've seen cases where people needed to pull 70 QuickBooks Online accounts at a time. So when you reach this level, of course, you would need to increase the number of DTUs, and you can always do this later. As you increase them, the price would increase. But if you have one account, I'm pretty sure that this should be fine. So we will apply, and now we will go to network. We need to switch from no access to public endpoint, and we need to allow Azure services to access this server, because this system is also built on Azure. So by enabling this option, we are allowing this system to send data to our Azure database that we are creating. You can add your current IP to permissions. This is fine. You can also do this later. But now that we've enabled those settings, we will go next. This should all be fine. We will go next. We will go next to tags. Okay, I think this has all of the options that we need. And now we are going to create our database. Okay, so our database is now deployed. I just need to get the details to connect this database to the video platform. So I am going to go to settings and connection string and OTBC. So this pretty much has all of the details that I need. So I am going to go back to the platform. I will need to input the server name, which I can get from here. So I will copy this. Don't copy the semicolon. You don't need this. And let's see, we can also copy the port name, actually. So this will be fine. Now we copy the database name, which we called data. Schema can be DBO. This is the standard schema. Now database login and password. This is what we set up for the server. So this is pretty much what we need. And now we can click install. Once you click install, the system will be creating the tables inside of the database, and once the tables are created, we can connect the accounts to the system. So now we can click connect to QuickBooks. Now I need to select the company and click next and click connect. If I can see this, happening in my browser, it means that the company is being loaded. So now that I'm redirected here, I will see the company in this window. If you need to add more companies, you just need to click this button, add new company, and connect to QuickBooks. And yeah, essentially that's how you connect your data. Now, something else that's happening in the background is the video system is publishing an Azure Cloud function that contains the code extracting data from QuickBooks Online. And once this function is published, you will start to see this table populating. You will see more table names on this tab, and you would also see the status moving from 0 onwards. So let's just wait for a little bit, and we should see this happening in about a minute or so. Okay, so now I can see the full list of tables. I'm also going to refresh, and I should see 100% everywhere. This means that my data is fully loaded and it's now ready for me to use inside of my SQL database. So if you need a reminder to what your database credentials are, you can click this button. You should get an email to the email that you registered. As a reminder, if you want to add more companies, just click on this button to add new company. Now I should receive an email soon. I'm also going to go to the SQL Server Management Studio, so I'm going to now connect to my database. So I'm gonna go here, settings, ODBC. So my server name is this. Authentication is let's do SQL Server authentication, and then my login and password here. Okay, perfect. Let's just check that everything is okay. And now we can click connect. Now, if I go to databases, this is my database data that I created, and all of the tables should be available here. Perfect. So I'm going to quickly preview a couple of tables that are very useful. So the first one I'm going to preview is this one. It's profit and loss detail. So I'm going to select top 1000 rows just to demonstrate what the data format is. So essentially it's your profit and loss statement by date. You can use the date column to filter to the date period that you need. So it could be dates between two dates. So we get the data on transaction level, so we can see the individual transactions that make up the value of our accounts, and transactions are grouped into level 3 value. Level 3 is grouped to level 2, and level 2 is grouped to level 1. Client ID is essentially my the name of my account. If you connect multiple accounts, you will be able to use this column to filter, and this is also an important column accounting method, so you only want to select one at a time. There is accrual and also cash. So when you sum up the value of your categories, just make sure that you're viewing your data either on cash basis or on accrual basis. You don't want to sum up the two. And finally, we have the amount value, which is it's the amount of every account. We've got a similar data structure for a few other reporting tables. For example, let's see the aged receivables. Now, the aged receivables report is showing me how long the payments from my customers have been outstanding. So we essentially can see whether they've been outstanding for 91 days, 1 to 30, current, or etc. We also got our data based on date. So we've got the report date column here. We got our data on monthly basis. And we would essentially be using the column amount value to see how much money is outstanding from every customer, and we can even see the invoice number. Now, make sure you filter out the totals when you are viewing this report, and yeah, that should be pretty much it. Now, we've got similar reporting tables. We've got balance sheet detail. Let's just quickly view it. The structure of this table is very similar to profit and loss detail. So it's essentially the amounts making up the value of all the accounts. We've got the individual transactions. We also have the transactions grouped into levels. So level 3, level 2, level 1, and level 0, which is assets, liabilities, and equities. So this table is a little bit complex, and the final report table is this one, cash flow. So I'm just going to preview this table really quick. Let's select top 1000 rows. So we got operating, financing, or investment activities here. And we break them down by levels, so level 1 and level 2. We can also filter by date range, and the value of our cash accounts are here. So I hope that you find this method useful, and if you need any support, just contact me via an email that I'm going to leave below, and I hope you enjoy using the software. Thank you.